Hello everyone, welcome to my car. Today we are going to be going out into the wild on a little adventure because I am terrified that very soon my country is going to go into lockdown and I'm not going to be allowed to leave my house. I have my milk crates, my easel, my paints and my paper, and of course tea, because I'm going to go out into the wild and paint a landscape from what I'm seeing. I've never done this before, but I've always been so fascinated with the idea of it. So let's go for a little drive and try and find a cool location to paint. Come on. So I think I have found our location. Unfortunately, it's right next to a very busy road, so audio is going to be great, but I think this location is very beautiful. But I'm going to paint not the whole horizon line, just this area over here. It has a tiny little red house just on the hill there, and I thought that would be really cute as a focal point in the painting, and we just have to figure out the rest. But otherwise, I think that's what we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna set up my gear. How do I do this? Aha! Ah! Guys, help! I didn't think this was going to be the part of the video that was difficult. Okay, that took way longer than it should have, but the easel's up. Okay, so I'm going to start by sketching out the shapes and the horizon and maybe some of the trees, but I'm not going to go too in depth. I'm just going to sort of work with what I got and then shape it with the paint. I already sketched out sort of one version, but I'm not entirely happy with it, so I'm going to go with a second version because I forgot to include this foreground that I have, and that's going to create some depth, hopefully. All right, I'm learning. So you start with your foreground and you work your way back, whereas before I started with my horizon line and worked my way forward, and I found I just had too much space down the bottom. And then I'm just going to do random shapes for the trees that I can see. There's a loner tree over here, and then this line here is actually a line of trees. I really want to just let my hand make the art. I gotta make the house smaller. I might zoom you guys in. I don't know if you can see anything at all. I have a small areas at the end of this, so I'm just gonna clean up this. But I think the house is too big for the surroundings. I can always cover it up with some trees if I don't like it. And I think with that, we can move on to our painting.
like a sunrise. It's like a universe.
I think we did it. I can't go any further. I don't feel like I can. Let's have a little bit of a closer look, shall we? So this is the final painting. I think I got the sky color pretty on point. I added a few clouds in there because there are actually clouds like forming now, but they weren't there earlier. I'm not sure if the foreground is that clear that it's like a hill and we're looking down into this valley. I wasn't really sure how to recreate that. But with all that said, I think we've done a really good job and I actually really like it. For a really long time there, it was so flat and was so boring. But I think we ended up fixing that with adding like a yellow highlight to like everything. And I think that really added a little bit more dimension and depth. And then going in with sort of that really light sepia, whatever you want to call it, and creating little tracks. But otherwise, I'm really happy with it. I really enjoyed this painting process. I've never done anything like this before, as I said earlier, but wow, it was so much fun and I'm actually so impressed with my ability to mix colors. I always thought I was terrible at mixing colors, but I feel like the colors are really similar to what we can see. So I'm really happy with the outcome and I hope that you guys enjoyed this little adventure with me. With all that said, I'm going to enjoy the last of my tea, have a biscuit, and enjoy the scenery one last time before I go. Thanks so much for watching. Hey everyone, just so you know, last week I opened a Ko-Fi account, so if you would like to donate a small amount of money so I can keep making this sort of content as well as all these other things I've got planned, please check the link out in the description below.